Let's start this one off with Yujiro killing a whole elephant. I know, a whole entire elephant. So basically, this guy is the only survivor of that elephant. And now he's getting interviewed about what went down. He explains that there wasn't just an elephant there. And everyone is shocked by this because they saw the photos and still believes that it was an elephant. But he explains that there was a man there. A man who was able to take down the elephant by himself. And that man is Yujiro Hanma. He's literally eating that elephant. This guy is not human. We then cut to this kid who's going into this school because of a dare. And once he gets in, he is greeted with these 3 teenagers. But let's be for real, these are some grown-ass men. The kid screams and then pulls out a pocket knife. But these guys are not taking him seriously, laughing in his face. The kid then says he wants to fight their strongest. And they immediately get serious. We then cut to the kid talking with his bullies. The kid explains that the 3 teens told him to wait by a random river. After waiting by the river, their strongest teen finally shows up, and it's none other than Baki Hanma. And Baki is not playing around, saying he's not gonna hold back. And this is basically how it went.
Mills, I wanna be a doctor when I grow up.
Nigga, did I just catch you on the beach?
Where are you going?
Luckily, the water was shallow, and he was able to get back up. Baki then states that from now on, they're friends. And right here, Baki tells the kid a really great lesson, saying that he hit him as hard as he could, and that he's still standing. And then proceeds to say how he is stronger than all 3 of his bullies combined. The sweet moment is soon ruined by the general of the army, who came to tell Baki about how his dad accepted his offer, and now sees Baki as an equal. But Baki acts like he doesn't care, brushing it off, surprising the general. But he somewhat accepts, saying it's a battle between father and son. Baki walks the kid home, while they're talking about how he's going to beat his dad. And Baki just states that he will train, and begins shadowboxing in front of the kid. But the kid notices that Baki is training a bit too hard, like he's actually boxing. Now this next scene might be the most BS thing I've ever seen, because the kid is convinced that Baki is fighting the spirit of Mike Tyson, and losing. How is bro losing to an imaginary figure? Like, it's actually crazy because he's actually bleeding too. But Baki gets back up, walking towards the spirit, and delivers a kick, making the kid amazed, and winning his fight against imaginary Mike Tyson. This might be the most BS thing I've ever seen, but honestly it gets crazier. Because in the next episode, he's literally fighting a praying mantis. And that's the whole episode. Although it was an interesting episode, I did not feel like explaining it. The general goes to meet up with Yujiro at a water park or something, wherever this is, and right now they're standing in front of a 13 miles per hour current, which not even Olympic swimmers could swim in. And Yujiro is just casually swimming in this, doing butterfly strokes and everything. Just look how elegantly he jumps out the water. He's hitting that Wally West pose. The general and Yujiro go sit down in this fancy looking place, and the general starts talking about how he's impressed with Baki, bringing up how he beat the imaginary mantis, and that if mantis were really that big, not even the strongest animals could take it down. And Yujiro just laughs at this, saying that fighting a real puppy would have been a way better fight, because there's no point in fighting things that don't exist.
A picture may be worth 1,000 words, but a single real action is worth more. You won't get killed, and you won't get eaten. No matter how big you make something, at the end of the day, what's fake is fake.
And to put it short, I actually agree with this. We cut to America where they're holding some type of event, and is that George Bush? There's no way they put a real president in here. Anyways, Baki kidnaps the president. I'm being so for real. Baki and the president start having a tea party where Baki makes a crazy request.
Arizona State Prison.
Yeah, Baki wants to go to prison so he can fight this guy named Biscuit. Correction, Oliver Biscuit. And from here on out, Baki will be in prison. But this isn't just any prison. People call it the Black Pentagon. And this holds from normal criminals to the most dangerous criminals. In the prison, everyone has to get a full body check. And what the fuck? After we get done looking at cheeks, Baki is meted with who I assume is the warden. And the warden seems very impressed by Baki's physique. The warden deduces that Baki wants to fight Oliver. And since Oliver heard that Baki was coming, he requested him to come meet him. And as they begin walking to his cell, they pass by all these other people who look insane, making me wonder what they did to get in here. When Baki reaches his cell, he is surprised because the inside looks nothing like a cell, because it has good furniture and is covered with paintings. Oliver opens the door and oh my goodness, this dude is humongous. towering over Baki. Now, I forgot to mention one thing about Oliver. He has a nickname in this prison. His nickname is Unchained, and the reason he's called that is because no one can stop him. He can come and go as he wants, and he can get stuff from within and out of the prison. Baki sits down with Oliver, and Oliver already knows what he wants. He wants to fight him, but Oliver just knows that will not work. But Baki is very determined, so much so that he stands up and punches Oliver in the face, and Oliver just eats it, showing that you should not mess with this guy. Oliver gives Baki a choice. In the prison, Oliver is the strongest person, but there's a second, and Oliver has to fight the second person in a couple of days. So we can already guess what Baki has to do. And this will be easy for him, because he will be living with number 2. Once inside, Baki immediately tries to search for number 2. And guess who he's meted with? Mike Tyson. And Baki's ready to say, hey, let's fight, but Mike Tyson tells him to be quiet, showing him a free bed, and then tries to go back to sleep. But Baki just has to ask the question, are you number 2? Which Mike Tyson responds with, I'm not even top 10, which is crazy because Mike Tyson's punch force is over 2,000 PSI. In the morning, Baki is greeted with his other roommate, who is this big, tall guy, and Baki is ready to fight this guy if he's number 2. Until the big guy goes over to a locker and says,
Number 2.
Yeah, number 2 is sleeping in a locker. Baki asks why he was sleeping in the locker, and all he says is, I'm a warrior.
I ain't come looking for no little boys. I ain't got no milk, no cookies, nothing. I came looking for man's butt.
A man's butt? Excuse me?
Oh, I know who you are, Chris Hansen. But see, I calls you Chris Handsome. I watch your TV show all the time. So you can go ahead and bring in them cameras and them police is waiting outside. It don't make me no difference. Now, I tell you what, I like you and I want you. Now we can do this the easy way or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours.
Well, I don't think you and I will be doing anything any kind of way.
Okay, I see you choosing the hard way.
Okay, cut. This isn't working. Someone get this guy out.
Don't let me ruin that bite. No, Chris, I'm a warrior.
'Cause the